Ground and Pound.
Our special guest today, UFC fighter Pitbull, Thiago Alves.
Ground and Pound.
Ground and Pound Radio is powered by Showtime, your number one body and mind energy booster.
Hello and welcome to Ground and Pound Radio. Our special guest today is UFC fighter Pitbull, Thiago Alves. We did an interview with him prior to his fight against John Howard at UFC 124. And here's the interview. Check it out. Your next fight will be against John Howard at UFC 124 in December, I think. And what do you think of this opponent?
I think Joe Howard's a pretty tough guy. He had some big wins in UFC, and I'm pretty sure that's his first fighting in the co-main event, and he's going to be very well prepared. So I feel really good about this matchup. I know I'm better than him everywhere. I stand up in the ground, wrestling. So I'm going to go there and win this fight and I'll show that I'm a better fighter.
And what is your prediction on the fight? Where will it be going? Will it be more of a stand-up battle, or will it be going to the ground? What do you think?
I think it's going to be more of a stand-up battle, because we're both strikers and we both like to strike. But, it's MMA today. That's no such a thing. Whatever the fight takes places, I'll be ready. And I'm pretty sure John Howard will also. So it's going to be a pretty good fight. But I'm looking for a stand-up battle for sure.
Okay. And this fight may be your last shot at the welterweight limit, according to Dana White, because in the past you often failed to make the weight for the limit. Do you have some additional pressure because of this whole weight situation?
No, not at all. I mean, making weight is always a pressure for me and everything. But for the first time in my life, I have a nutritionist with me, and I've been following the Dolce diet, and I feel really amazing. I'm way ahead of the schedule right now when it comes to my weight and my camp. So I feel pretty good, and I think everything happens for a reason. It was kind of like a slap in the face, so I can wake up, for the reality of the game today. So I'm really prepared. I'm really, comfortable with all the pressure and everything, towards me.
Okay, and coming back to this whole weight situation, do you think that competing at middleweight would be an option for you in the future? Because I believe off-season you're a really, really big guy.
I really don't think so. It could be, everything's possible, but I really don't see myself in that weight division because of the height advantage. I'm not that tall for the weight class, and I don't like giving my opponents an advantage or anything like that. 170, I'm stronger than all those guys, and I'm pretty comfortable in there, and I just got to get my weight situation down, and now that I got it, I'm pretty confident that, I'm going to be fighting for the belt pretty soon again, and I will be, the next UFC champion.
Okay. You already mentioned your fight against Howard will be the co-main event of UFC 124. The main event, though, will be the fight of Josh Koscheck against Georges St. Pierre. Both men are fighters that you have already fought, so you know them really well. How do you expect this fight to go out?
I think it's going to be a pretty good fight, Koscheck got much better, and, he's been getting on GSP's head and everything, but we all know GSP, he's been through that so many times, and I don't think the fight's going to change, and it's not going to be different results from the last fight, so I'll go with GSP on that one again.
Okay. A couple of months ago you had really severe health problems, I believe, with your brain. You had to undergo surgery there. Is everything okay now with your brain again?
Yeah, everything's fine. It was, I've been through some tough times the last 2 years, I didn't fight much, in 2 years I fought GSP and I fought, John Fitch. So it's a big layoff, to fight top competitors, guys like that. They've been fighting back to back, but I'm good. I'm healthy. I feel really, really amazing. I feel this good right now. 5 weeks out of the fight, I'm feeling much better than my 1 week out before my last 2 fights, against Pierre and against Fitch. So I'm really prepared. I'm looking forward for this fight. I hope John Howard's ready because I'm going to bring my A game.
Okay, so was this something that went wrong in your rematch against John Fitch? Because this would be my next question. Was it that you weren't really prepared for the fight due to this whole health problem situation?
It was just, I had a lot of baggage from my last fight. It's been 13 months that I haven't fought, I came from a knee injury and a brain procedure, I didn't make weight. So I just had a lot of my baggage. And I was just happy that, the fight was over. Now, I have a chance to start over again, and prove that I do belong to the top of the weight division. I didn't make all the way there for nothing. It wasn't a mistake. It wasn't a fluke. I'm going to show that I am one of the top contenders, and I will be the next world champion. It's just step by step. And right now I got John Howard in front of me, and I'm going to take him out and show that I'm back.
Okay, and what exactly went through your brain when the doctors told you that your fighting career might indeed be over to this whole problem?
It was pretty frustrating because I was ready to fight. I was making weight. The weight issue was much easier to fight before this one. The time that I was supposed to fight against Fitch in March, my weight was way better than it was, for this last fight, and I was prepared. So you go from ready to fight, ready to finish your job, to you're never gonna fight again. So it's pretty frustrating, but I'm just glad it's over. And now it's a new chapter in my life.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, the UFC is known for cutting a lot of people for losing 3 fights in a row. You lost twice fights now, but against really tough opponents, to say the least. Is your job in danger at all if you would lose to John Howard now, or is the UFC saying, no man, he lost to GSP, he lost to Fitch, these are top level opponents, and we can make an exception to the rule here?
To be honest with you, I really don't think about that, because I know what I'm capable of. I'm a great performer every time that I fight. It's an exciting fight. Even when the guys don't want to fight against me, I fight my heart out and everything. Even when I don't look good in these 2 exciting fights, so I'm not worried about, this is my last fight. Should I be worried about my job or anything like that? Because I know I'll have a job anywhere in the world. When you're very capable of, all your skills, when you know what you're doing, you shouldn't be worried about that. So I'm not worried. I know where I belong, and I know nothing's gonna change.
Yeah, you're exactly right. You know what you're capable of, and this is because you started professionally fighting at the age of 15 years old, I believe, which is quite a young age to start with professional fighting. What exactly brought you into Muay Thai and later this sport of MMA?
I was just, intrigued by all the movies, the Bruce Lee, Van Damme movies, and I was very active when I was young, and I wanted to learn how to fight, and become, I just want to be a tough guy, and once I got into martial arts, I learned the whole discipline about martial arts, and I just fall in love with the sport, and I find out about competition, about fighting, everything. It was just, another thing that I know I could be really good at it. So I just, took very seriously, and I didn't matter my age or anything like that. I just wanted to do it to have fun.
Okay. What has been the greatest victory of your MMA career today, and why?
I think the greatest victory has been my fight against Matt Hughes. It was the biggest fight I ever had. It was a main event, in London. But I think all the fights that I've been through and everything, it's been a great, for my career and everything. But I think that my biggest fight, the breakout, it was definitely my fight against Matt Hughes.
Yeah, that was a great fight. What does the future hold for Thiago Alves, assuming that you beat Howard in December?
Sky's the limit, my goal didn't change, I will be the world champion. I want to be the world champion. I'm working as hard as I never been to get there, and whoever's next in the line, I truly believe I'm the 3rd guy ranked in the world right now. I just lost to GSP and John Fitch. I don't see nobody else in front of me besides those 2 guys, but whoever they throw at me, I don't mind fighting Jake Shields, with somebody else that's really high ranking after this fight. So whoever they put in front of me, I'll definitely take them out.
Yeah. Assuming you beat him, then you could indeed be in line for a title shot in the near future again. Assuming that Georges St. Pierre would be still the champion and you would get a rematch against him, what would you do differently in a second fight against GSP?
I'll try to win harder this time. I'm not going to take down and try to, just utilize this game and just win. I learned about one thing that I learned about fighting. So I like to finish fights. I go there to perform and do what I was trained to do. But most of the guys, they just want to win. They just want to play with the clock and get the win. And I learned that. That's a reality in the sport. So and I'm pretty sure I'm way more aware, this aspect of the game now. So it'll be a whole different fight.
Yeah. You mentioned something now that I wanted to ask. But you talked about people who just, want to win, but try to beat the clock and not fight, with a lot of action. Like GSP, for example, he had a lot of critics who said, "Yo, your fights are boring," stuff like that. You are completely different, going for the kill in every fight. Is this something you would criticize about GSP?
No, you can't criticize anything about GSP. He's a great champion. I guess if I was in his shoes, I would do the same thing, but a little bit differently. I was trying to win the fight, no matter what, but I would just try to finish always, and if I could, it's because the guy's really, really tough, but I wouldn't play with the clock. But, what can you say about GSP, man? He's a champion, he's the man, so I'm not going to go there and say bad stuff about GSP because there's no reason for it.
Okay, guys, that was our interview with Pitbull Thiago Alves. Hope you enjoyed it, and hope to hear you guys back next time.